Good evening, my loves. Good evening. I hope you are well. I hope someone told you they loved you today. And if they did not, let me be the first. I love you. You matter. You are important. Spiritually Savage here, and I'm just laying down for the night. And I just wanted to give myself some kudos. Big myself up. Look at my baby. You know I gotta keep him bundled up. I keep him bundled up. We out here stargazing. Although, the clouds are out, so we can't see too many stars right now. But anywho, I just want to big up myself because something happened today that normally would have sent me into a tizzy, y'all. Would have sent me probably crying, feelings hurt, all that stuff. But I recognized it for what it was. So today, about 30 minutes ago, I asked my sister. Now, mind you, she don't say hey to me. And when she do, it's like, hey, I'm okay with that. It doesn't change my mood, right? But I asked her to go to the grocery store today. And she said no. And I said no. She said, well, which one are you going to? And I said, the one right up the street. And she didn't say anything. Now, my great niece and my great nephew was there, and my nephew, her youngest son, was there. And she continued talking. I'm standing there. She said, well, which one are you going to? I said, the one up the street. And she didn't say anything else. So I sat there for a couple of seconds. And then I went to my room. And the old feelings that normally come when your family rejects you and when they don't support you and all that stuff were trying to bubble up. And I was like, no, no, ma'am. No, we not doing that. We not doing that. So I looked at it and I was like, okay, God, well, I said I was gaining weight. So I guess I'll be walking to the grocery store tomorrow when it's light out, right? Because at first, ego in me was like, put your clothes on and go to the store. But with all that's going on right now in the world, uh, and all these negative ass spirits flying around, it was in my best interest to just chill out and just do it in the morning, right? So because I felt that old programming trying to kick in, if you know anything about the Matrix, they're trying to keep you stuck in a cycle where you're mad, depressed, sad, fearful, and all that stuff. But I refuse to allow that. So I turned something negative into a positive because I need to walk. And I have not walked in a minute, y'all. I'll be honest. I've been dealing with a lot of emotions. So I haven't I haven't walked a lot. I haven't. Probably in the last month or so, I have not walked, especially since the weather done changed. Who wants to be outside when it's cold out? So I came in and I felt the old programming trying to kickstart. And I was like, no, no, ma'am. We're going to put some music on. So I put some music on. And I put on something from my childhood. Don't judge me. I put on bass music, Atlanta bass, Miami bass music. Okay. And I just danced and danced and I sang and sang. And then I wound up going and put on I Got It Made, just put on some old school music, which always makes me feel good. And I haven't listened to music in a long time. I first started off with Ajay. But Ajay is a mantra and it just wasn't fitting for what was trying to come up. I needed to exercise whatever I was feeling. I hit the wall because I'm angry. And I can recognize when I'm angry because I should not be stuck here. And I know I'm not stuck. This is just a lesson learned. So, learning to not categorize it as being stuck, right? And so I'm sitting here like, and then the old thoughts tried to come up about all I've done and, you know, and I was like, no, 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 we're not going there. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. We're not going to go there. because it's not my place right now. My place is to deal with me and myself and the emotions that I'm feeling, especially knowing what I know about my life. So I came in and I danced my little heart out. I laughed, I sang, I shook my ass, and then I journaled and I wrote it. And I just wrote it, she said no. And I looked at it and I went outside and I said to the universe and to God and to my honorable ancestors, I said, okay, this is the end and the beginning. I've always known that God wants to be the orchestrator of my life. And what does that mean? That means God doesn't want nobody else's hands on my blessings. He don't want nobody else to have bragging rights. Okay? Nobody else. For them to be able to say, oh, I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. Okay? Mind you, and I am going to say this because it is relevant. For 20 years, I took care of my family. And longer than that, I've been taking care of the first one since I was 13. And I just recently stopped doing for the great ones in this past year or two. So you do the math on that, right? And it brought up a conversation I had with my mom when she was talking about a cousin that was like, you know, she's doing this and she doing that. And I was like, well, that's what happens when you're the oldest. I've been the oldest, even though I'm the middle child, since I was 13. But when you say that, they're like, oh, that was in the past. You're right, it was in the past. But if it was in the future, if it was current, I wouldn't be talking about it. I'd be living it. But I stopped. I stopped doing for everybody. And I'm still learning how to mind my business, right? And focus on myself. And just let whatever happen around me just be what it is. It's not my business. It's crazy because they say things like, well, you don't want to deal with this. And no, I did deal with it. But y'all didn't want to deal with me. So now I have to give y'all what y'all gave me, right? So I came and I was like, okay, God, you're forcing me. It is forcing me because I would have gotten a car and I would have went and I wouldn't even thought about walking. Even though I recognize today that I gained weight. Right? So I say all that to say I recognized the pattern that was trying to come back. I recognized it and I changed the direction. I changed the narrative. In mid-flow, I changed the narrative. I did. So tomorrow I'm going to get up. And it's crazy because I know my neighbors be like when I ask them for rides and stuff, but now I don't even ask them because they feel a certain kind of way as well. When you are spiritually gifted, you know certain things even if they don't know them. And so I peeped something, and so now I don't even ask. So I'm going to take my little happy butt, and I may not even do it. I may not even do it because I was just going to get some rice, just to add to some vegetables. But I went outside and had a conversation with God and my ancestors like, I'm so sick of this shit. God, I am sick of this. I am sick of this shit. I did. I'm sick of not being supported. It's 40 some years, y'all. 40 some years, y'all. I am so done. I hit the wall and put a dent in it. Not too much of a noticeable one. Because I withheld. I held back. Right? So I just want y'all to know, no matter what you're going through at this very moment, Let them tell you no. Let them not support you. Let them watch you go hungry. Let them watch the fact that you ain't washed clothes in over a month. Let all that know. Let all that go. Don't say anything about it. They said no. I didn't even ask. And it was on the tip of my tongue to be like, well, why? I don't have to. Because now it's time for me to let God shine in my life. And let God bless me without me interfering and trying to figure it out. Lucky don't have no cat food. So tomorrow I got some change and I'm about to go get him a can of food. I legit been giving him dog food and praying over it. I don't have anything else to sell, y'all. I looked up trying to sell my crystals and um, that didn't pan out. But even if I could, I don't have a whip to take it there. So I am in this house, but I am not of this house. I am in this house, but I'm not of this house. And so, yeah, I cried earlier today because I don't have anything left to sell to get Lucky no cat food. I don't. I got a couple of books, but hell, she won't even let me go to the grocery store, let alone to go sell some books to get my baby some food. So I really am turning it over to God today. I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to walk and go get me some rice because right now I got like $5 food stamps. So I'm going to go and I got some change. So I'm going to go get him a can of food. And you know, I don't like to buy my baby nothing cheap. But I don't even think I have $1 in change. I should. But you can't expect your blessings to come from the people that you helped when they are jealous, envious, and just all and out mad about their own life, right? So it really is God's will right about now. Because I have exhausted all of my possibilities. I have exhausted every thought, every idea. Like I really don't have anything left to sell, y'all. But even if I could sell it, I don't have a way to get there. This would be a time that I probably would be crying because I feel by myself and I feel alone. And I was going to get food. Y'all, honestly, this whole year I've not done anything. I've not gone visit no friends. Each time I've had her car. Even when I had the own car, my own ride that my homegirl let me use. I went to the grocery store, I went to the park and to Stone Mountain. That's it. I did go see my homegirl Sharita, but she the one that taught me how to sell my food stamps at Kroger. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do when mine hit. And I think this the last time I'm gonna get them. I want it to be. I'm looking for a miracle. I've been asking for a miracle every holiday, every birthday. And I was getting down like, what if I'm still here come Christmas and New Year? then I'll be here Christmas and New Year. But I won't be of the family. I'm not been of the family. They don't invite me to anything. They don't tell me nothing. So, and I think now it's just now. It's coming to a crescendo. How do you tell someone no they can't go to a grocery store to get food? Yo, that's so crazy to me. When I used to drive an hour just to go take her to the grocery store when she ain't had no car and I was the only one with a whip. I used to let her and her husband at the time drive my whip. Broke all axles and shit on my car. I had to pay for it. Yo, listen, the list goes on, so I don't need to bog you guys down with all the bull crap. I just want y'all to know that I just transmuted some negative energy that was trying to creep up in me, y'all. That was trying to creep up. Now, I did have a moment earlier today, but it wasn't because of that, because I'm frustrated. I even Googled what to do when you're frustrated, and everything it say to do, I'm doing. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I've done it. I'm doing it. I've done it. And so I'm like, okay, well, if this is all y'all got to offer, then what else can I do? Because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. And in that frustration, I allow the tears to fall because I'm so frustrated because nothing makes sense right now. Nothing makes sense. But I guess it's not supposed to at this point in time, right? So no matter what you are dealing with currently, take this as a message that it is divinely guided and orchestrated for your benefit. You got to find a positive in it. I legit just said, I done gained some weight. I put it in my journal. That's what I journaled after all that. I done gained some weight. And you know what? That's an opportunity for me to walk. And it takes an hour to get there, which is normally my time to walk. When I walk the neighborhood and then walk around, it's an hour. So I'm going to get my 2 hours in tomorrow. That's if I decide to go. I may wait until the 9th so I can do it all at one time. But I'm out of food. I think I got a little salad left. I got a couple of peppers, sweet peppers left. I'm trying to think. I don't have anything else. I don't have no pasta left. So I got some smoothie stuff left. So I may be doing smoothies. I got an apple left. But I'll probably walk to the store just to clear my head, especially since I haven't been walking in a minute. Just to get a bag of rice. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Today I got like $5 and some change in stamps left, and I got like 85 cents to get lucky a can of food. But I just danced my little heart out. And I just found a reason to smile and be thankful and be grateful. But I am sick of this shit because I don't deserve this. But God's timing, right? Divine timing. Divine timing. Divine timing, my loves. As much as you want the people you have sacrificed for, to sacrifice for you, my love, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that way. It's not. And every day I learn that. Every day I learn that. Every day. Namaste, Ashe, Mazel Tov.